My name's Will.
And my name is Eck. In this video, we will explain why it is important to critter-proof a campsite, follow Leave No Trace or L&T guidelines, and show you all tips in keeping your campsite from small animals like raccoons to larger predators like a black bear. In this segment, I will be discussing one main principle of Leave No Trace. But first, what is Leave No Trace or L&T? The Leave No Trace Center for Outdoor Ethics is a non-profit agency that developed a mission to provide the public with education and skills to help people care for the outdoors. It was well known for the 7 L&T guiding principles to help people to have a minimum impact camping experience. These principles are not a set of laws created by politicians. Instead, they are a set of ethical principles. Ethics are related to one's moral compass. An ethical decision is not made by an expectation of reward, but because the person thought it was the right thing to do. However, today I will be talking about principle number 3 of L&T, which is disposing of waste properly, or more commonly known as pack it in and pack it out. Proper disposal of human waste, such as cans, food, plastics, and more, are an important factor in maintaining a clean and safe campsite, just like so. Packing it in and packing it out are key elements into critter-proofing an entire area. It is critical that everyone in the wilderness setting picks after oneself. Trash that is left behind by accident is still litter. Leaving litter behind can be deadly to natural wildlife. Plastic bags, fishing lines, cigarette butts, and other trash can harm the natural environment if not properly disposed of. For instance, garbage that is half burned or somewhat buried can still attract animals and make that campsite unappealing to upcoming visitors. So folks, before calling it a night or perhaps moving away from camp, be sure to search the area for bits of food like orange peels, pistachio shells, or other trash that might have fallen onto the ground. Cleaning and maintaining a campsite is not only good for the environment, but it provides you with safety from attracting animals. Otherwise, if trash is discarded recklessly, you might have an unexpected hello to a small furry friend, like a raccoon, or something larger in the middle of the night.
So as you just saw, we just had a bear come into our campsite because they noticed that we had food. If we have something like a bear bag up, they're not able to reach it, which makes it so that they won't be able to grab our food and so that we can eat and our campsite stays really nice. Bear bags not only stop bears from getting your food, but also small animals like mink, raccoons, and even the red squirrel that is pretty common in this area. If you don't set it up, you might have your food laying on the ground, your campsite may be trashed, you may not even have your tent in the morning. So whenever you're about to go in for the night or you are going to be leaving your campsite, it is always a good idea to have your bear bag set up high above the ground so that a bear can't reach it. So now we're going to begin to start setting up our bear bag. We have a food barrel right here, and we are also going to need a good length of rope along with a couple of carabiners. First thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be tying something called the butterfly knot. This will make it so that we can have 2 separate anchor points for our carabiners to hook onto our barrel. The first step we're going to do is take our rope, find where we need to attach it to the barrel, and then pick it up, and then start wrapping it around our hand. We're going to do 3 wraps, 2 wraps around, and then we're going to take this rope right here, we're going to bring it over to the other side, and then we're going to take the other one that's on that same side, and then pull it to that side as well, and then pull it through the little loop that is created by those other loops that you made. And you're going to pull it through, pull it tight, and you're going to pull the 2 sides outwards. This will make it so that you have a little loop and the rope continues on. We're going to do this 2 times, 1 for each handle. So now that I have this one, I'm going to go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Now we have our butterfly knots to put on our barrel. The thing we need to learn before we throw our rope up into a tree to set up our bear bag is called the noose stopper knot. Basically what you're going to do with it is you're going to take your piece of rope and you're going to be attaching it to another carabiner so that you can throw it up into the tree and be able to pull it back down so that you can get it set up so that you can pull the barrel up. First step we're going to do is we're going to take a length of rope at the end. We're going to fold it over. Make sure that we have a lot of rope on this tail end. And then we're going to start looping around the main piece of rope. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 times over. And then we're going to take that end of rope, we're going to push it up and through the little loops that we created on the main rope. Now we're going to take it and pull it tight. And we will now take our carabiner and put it through the loop. And since it is a sliding knot, we're going to take it and we're going to put it all the way up to the end of the carabiner, just like that. Okay. Next step that we're going to take is we're going to be throwing our rope up into this tree right here. We have a really nice and tall aspen that we're going to be trying to hook right on one of the limbs up top, just so that it catches and we are able to pull the bag up, or in this case the barrel. And then we will also be repeating that on the other side, just so that we have the barrel suspended between 2 trees. And it's a little bit more difficult for the bear or any kind of small critter to grab or climb onto and get all to your food. Okay, now we have it up in the tree. We're going to be doing it on the other side now. Okay, now we have both our ropes in the tree. Now we have both of our ropes in the tree. We are now able to start getting our barrel ready to go up. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to take our 2 carabiners and attach them to the butterflies that we made in the rope before putting them into the trees. We're going to take them, latch them onto each handle, and just make sure that both of them are attached. 2 carabiners are not going to go anywhere, and our barrel's not going to fall without us taking down the ropes. Now, we're going to start out by taking one rope and making it so that it won't go anywhere while we pull the barrel up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this rope, bring it over to this tree over here, and just kind of make a little bit of a loop on one side. Bring it around. Then we're going to take our extra carabiner and loop it through this side, this other piece of rope, and this one as well. And we're able to tighten it down. And this isn't going to go very far if we're pulling on it. Now we're going to go over to the other side and take this rope. Since it isn't attached to anything, we're going to start using it to pull the barrel up so that we are able to get it off the ground and get it ready to be fully pulled away from where the bears might be. We are going to want to try and get it as close to the center as possible so that a bear doesn't just climb up one tree, swing at it, and knock it down. So right where it's at should be pretty close to where you're going to want it so that it will swing right into the middle once we pull the other side up. Now that we have the bear bag lifted off the ground a little bit, we're going to do a simple friction hitch. The way it works is we're going to wrap it around this tree a couple of times, and it's also going to be wrapped around this piece of rope, making it so that all the force that is being pulled towards the bear bag is also keeping it on this tree. So we're going to make one loop around, and we're going to go over the rope, and pull it back towards the other side of the rope. We're going to loop it under, pull that tight, bring it back around, and we'll go one more time around the tree. This is just to take up any extra rope that we might have. Then we'll just take it one more time around the rope, pull it up through, and just kind of we can just let it sit there. It's not going anywhere. I can push down on this. Bear bag didn't move, but the rope isn't going to let go. Now we're going to go back to the other tree that we have the rope set up on. As you can see, the carabiner held it pretty well, but we don't want to take any chances. So we're going to do the exact same hitch on this tree as what we did on the other line. We're going to start pulling the bear bag back up. And now we're going to begin looping it back around this tree. Same process, loop it around. Loop it over the rope. Pull it back around the tree. Loop it under the rope. Pull it nice and tight and back around the tree. Since this one has quite a bit more of a working end, we're going to loop it around 2 more times before giving it one final loop around the rope. Now we'll just dangle the rope right over the top. And that is how you set up a bear bag.